Hello Year 8. For today's Do Now task, please set a timer on your phone or any other device you may be using for 5 minutes and try and earn as many points as you can in those 5 minutes. Each red question is worth 3 points, each orange question is worth 2 points, and each green question is worth 1 point. You can choose whichever questions you want. Just give yourself 5 minutes and see how many points you can earn. Pause the video, start your timer, and let's see how many points you can get. Now your timer's gone off, let's see how many points you got by marking your answers. Here are the answers for those 12 questions. Hopefully you managed to attempt quite a few of them. Today's lesson is on power, so make sure this is your title at the top of your page. First of all, what does power mean? Well, power is defined as the rate at which energy is transferred, or the rate at which work is done. So appliances in your home have different power ratings, and these are given in watts. And that power rating tells you how much energy is transferred to that device a second. The more powerful your appliance, the faster the rate at which the energy is transferred. Here is the equation we use to work out power. So it's power equals energy transferred divided by time. Power is measured in watts, which we use the symbol capital W. Energy transferred is measured in joules, which is a capital J for the units. And time is measured in seconds, and we use a lowercase s for seconds. Okay, so now you have this equation. Can we have a go at the first of these calculations? So, a microwave transfers 30 kilojoules in 2 minutes. So that means that our energy is 30 kilojoules. Now kilo means the times by 1,000. So we're going to have power equals 30,000 divided by time. How many seconds are in 2 minutes? It's 120 seconds. So we are going to do power equals 30,000 joules divided by 120 seconds. So make sure you've got a calculator and type in 30,000 divided by 120, and you should get that there is 250 watts. So a microwave transfers the power of your microwave is 250 watts. Question 2. See if you can do this one on your own, remembering that the kilo in kilojoule means times by 1,000. So the power is 800 kilojoules, so 800,000 divided by time, which is 30 seconds. And 800,000 divided by 30 seconds gives you a bit of a funny answer. So if we round it to the nearest whole number, we will have 26,667 watts. Okay, the next question. I spent 7 minutes straightening my hair this morning. My straighteners transferred 252 kilojoules of energy. What is their power? So first of all, do 7 times 60 to know how many seconds I spent straightening my hair, and that is 420. So now you need to write in your books your equation. So it's going to be power equals the energy, which is 252 kilojoules, so we times it by 1,000. So we have 252,000 joules divided by the number of seconds, which was 420. So 252,000 divided by 420 gives us 600 watts. Now, for these extension questions, you need to be able to rearrange that equation at the top. So we know the toaster was on for 2 minutes. So first of all, convert that to seconds by timesing by 60. And we already have its power, which is 103 watts. So I want you to substitute all of that into your equation. So it says 103 watts equals energy divided by 120 seconds. Now on the line below that in your book, we're going to rearrange that equation so that it says energy equals 103 watts times by 120 seconds. So if you now type that in your calculator, it should say that the amount of energy transferred was 12,360 joules. Now let's have a go at the last question. So that my tumble dryer has a power of 500 watts and it was used for 45 minutes. So how many seconds are in 45 minutes? So we do 45 times 60 to get 2,700 seconds. We then substitute the power and the time into that equation. So we have 500 watts equals energy divided by 2,700 seconds. On the line below, we can rearrange that equation so that it says energy equals 500 watts times by 2,700 seconds. Now if we pop that in our equation, into our calculators, we get a very large number, and it's 1,350,000 joules. Now I know that's quite tricky, and I will try and make you a separate video on this another day where I show you what I'm writing to help you. But I hope that was okay. So, when we pay for electricity, we are actually paying for the company to generate a voltage that we call the mains electricity. And that's what we get when we turn on our plugs. We are then charged for the number of hours that our appliances are on. And our energy use is calculated in what we call kilowatt hours. And this is the unit that the electricity companies use to give us your bill, so that you know how much you have to pay them. So I'm going to do this question. Make sure you've got your pens down. There will be time for you to have a go later. So, an oven with a power rating of 12 kilowatts is used for 1 hour. So, we do 12 kilowatts times by 1 hour to get the amount of energy transferred. So that's rearranging this equation here so that it was energy equals power times time. And we get 12 kilowatt hours. Now pick up your pens and we're going to go through the next one together. So, there is a laptop with power rating of 6 kilowatts and it is used for 3 hours. So our equation is energy equals power times time. So our power is 6 kilowatts and our time is 3 hours. So energy equals 6 kilowatts times 3 hours, and that equals 18 kilowatt hours. Okay, now try the next one on your own. Pause the video and have a go at this, remembering that energy equals power times by time in hours. So you're going to have to transfer the minutes to hours. So hopefully you have done energy transferred equals 700 watts times by 2 hours, because 120 minutes is 2 hours, and you should have got 1,400 watt hours, because this is not measured in kilowatts. And then we can do 1,400 divided by 1,000 to get 1.4 kilowatt hours. Can you have a go on the worksheet labelled electricity costs and use some of the examples we have done to help you answer them? Pause the video, have a go at that worksheet for me please. Finally, can you have a go at unscrambling the key words and phrases from this lesson? So pause the video, have a go at unscrambling the key words and phrases, and then come back ready for the answers. Here are the answers: power, energy transfer, work done, joule, and watts. Have a good rest of your day, Year 8, and I will look forward to seeing all of your lovely work on Teams.